Well, hello, I'm Dr. Renee Fowler Hornbuckle. I'm the host today of Proven. Proven is where we take the time to sit with entrepreneurs and small business owners and hear about their real unscripted life journey on what it took for them to get to where they are today. Today, I'm delighted to introduce you to an incredible young woman who has so much going on. And if you stay tuned, you're going to learn some tips from her journey. Thank you, Ashley, for being here with us today.
You're so welcome. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited. This is my first ever podcast, so thank you for pushing us to show up and do this.
You
I'm
know
excited
what? That's
about
what
it.
I do. I want you to be the best version of yourself, and I want you to have the content to support it. And your story is so amazing. You and I had the opportunity to be in the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Business
Yes.
cohort together. And so we really got a chance to grow together, know together, cry together, guys. Yeah, we had some moments where we were really struggling,
The moment.
but we emerged as confident business owners. And as I said and often talked with you, I was so inspired by what it is that you actually do. So introduce yourself, your businesses to the audience.
Yes, guys. So my name is Ashley Hemphill. I am the founder of Beauty Culture Academy. We are a TDLR approved academy located in DeSoto, Texas, and we've been a school for about 6 years. And recently, I was talking to another cohort member who does a lot in the community, and she was like, "You know what? You need to start leading with like you are creating job opportunities for
Mhm.
people." So ultimately, that's what we do at Beauty Culture Academy. We offer about 7 different TDLR programs. We also do continuing education courses for people who are looking to just expand their horizons, learn more about hair, skin, or nails. And so that's pretty much what we do on a daily basis. It's the girls' world at Beauty Culture. I mean, we're open to all, but
Mhm.
historically, we've had all women to enroll in our programs, and I'm just happy about where we are. I'm happy about all the students that we've had a hand in
Mhm.
helping to take those next steps in business, and we have a lot of great success stories. Not everyone is really
Mhm.
built to be that solo entrepreneur. Some people come to us, they learn their skills, they get their license, and they want to, work for someone else or work
Mhm.
under someone else before they step out on their own. And then we have some that come in with a plan. They have probably worked in corporate America, maybe even been a teacher or whatever, maybe even in the medical field, and they say,
Oh,
hey, like,
wow.
I want to do something different. So
Mhm.
I think that a lot of times people think that I only work with young adults, but we enroll students as young as 16 and as old as like 99. Not really 99, but honestly, like right
Yeah.
now, I have a student who is actually a medical doctor, and she's got to
Get
be
out
like in
here.
her, she has to be like in her
Wow.
60s, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, but I know for
Mhm.
sure she has children and grandchildren, and so her goal is to leave behind something for her
Mhm.
daughters and her granddaughters, and
Wow.
she's in the aesthetics program, and I foresee her being somewhat of a consultant for other medical professionals who's looking to add on the beauty aspect, whether it's like Botox or
Mhm.
other medical aesthetic services.
Girl, that is so
So
amazing.
it's a lot.
That
I
that
know
is
I said
a
a lot.
lot, but
Yeah.
it covers so much that normally from the outside, if I'm looking in at a beauty academy,
Yeah.
I would never even perceive that all those possibilities exist. And so for what you do, I think that's extremely powerful. And the fact that you are creating opportunity and jobs for others is powerful. It's how people are going to contribute to the world.
For sure.
So, given that you have all that to offer and you've had the success these years, what was your foundation in building that?
Great question. So I was a beauty shop kid. I
Mhm.
grew up around the industry. My mom went to beauty school when I was probably around like first grade.
Mhm.
And so I was, 6, 7, 8 years old playing with her mannequins. By the time I was 9, I was manipulating her Marcel irons and,
Look, I still can't work all of that stuff.
yeah, so it just kind of happened in that sense. And it
Mhm,
took, a lot of people, it takes a while for you to find out what your
mhm,
gifts are. And so for me, I don't
mhm,
know if I saw it as a gift initially. I didn't realize that beauty and teaching was my gift until I
mhm,
was probably like mid to late 20s. I realized what a
mhm,
gift is. And so
mhm.
a gift is anything that you can do that comes effortlessly to you that is
That's
challenging to
good.
other people.
That's
And
really good.
so I've always been that person. I can see it one time
Mhm.
and do it and I can recreate it. And as
Wow.
far as like understanding the who, what,
Mhm,
when, the hows of the theoretical part of beauty, again, it was just something that just it just comes to me. It's so weird. Like I I didn't really have to read a textbook, or sometimes I
mhm,
don't have to really read a textbook.
mhm,
All the time, students will, throw out questions to me with their own wonderings, and I just effortlessly do it. So I think it's just, God working through me, giving me the vision, giving me the know-how, the tools, and giving me the capacity and the bandwidth to
mhm.
help, direct others.
That's really amazing because what I hear is that you're just really creating futures. You're
Yeah,
creating futures for people that come to you to learn a trade,
yeah.
but it's so much more than that. And I know a lot of or let me ask it this way, would that be something you think sets you apart from other academies? Because we all have our unique selling point when it
Yeah,
comes to what we do, and if you're that passionate and that naturally gifted with something, there has to be that one unique thing that just sets you apart, and it sounds like it's more than just teaching a skill.
it is. And I would say that, yes, that is what sets us apart from other academies. I think that by me creating a safe space, a safe environment, we're not expecting for anyone to come to us having any type of skill set. But if
Mhm.
you do, that's amazing. We're here to help you grow that skill
Mm.
set
Yeah.
further. Again, it's a girl's world,
Mhm.
so I have been blessed enough and very
Mhm.
fortunate to know and understand that all the students that have come to Beauty Culture Academy, they're there for a reason. They understand the culture. They fit with the culture, and I understand that everything's not for everyone, but
Mhm.
everyone that comes to our academy, like it feels good. I believe that they feel good.
Mhm.
They know that we have an open door policy. If there's something that they are struggling with,
Mhm.
we are here to support them. Now, I'm very clear to tell them like, hey, we're not counselors.
Right.
We're not, we want
Yeah,
your
but we're
mental health
open. Yeah.
to be where it needs to be. But if we can
Mhm.
guide you
Mm.
when it comes to business
Mhm.
or beauty or just feeling good about yourself and helping others feel good,
Yeah.
that's what we're doing at Beauty
Well,
Culture.
when you stop and look at being a small business owner, you are responsible for the culture and for your team.
Yeah,
And a lot of times people don't feel like they have safe places to go to. Like when you're in corporate, you know that there's a path you can follow.
yeah,
But as small business owners, sometimes we're their only connection to helping them overcome certain things. And so a lot of times we don't give ourselves an account or credit for making certain that they become part of that team or that culture,
for
that
sure.
family.
For
Yeah.
sure. And it
Mhm,
definitely is it is a familial take on our academy. Like it does
mhm,
feel like a family. Everyone gets along. One of the questions I get a lot of
mhm,
times from people when they come and schedule tours is, well, how are the students,
mhm,
how is the environment? Because,
mhm.
I'm a person, I'm being very honest,
Yeah.
like I'm reading the blogs,
Mhm,
I'm in the groups in the Facebook, reading
mhm,
the comments and, I'm hearing what other people are saying about other academies.
mhm.
And, I'm proud to say like, oh, we don't have any of that going on
That's
over
good.
here.
Yeah.
So like there is no drama. Everyone gets along. All of the students support each other. We
Mhm,
support students. They support us. It really is a synergy that goes on there. So the instructors,
mhm.
it's a team of 4 of us that work together.
Okay.
We are teaching, but we're also being taught too.
Mhm,
We're not being taught how to do things, but
mhm,
we're being taught more so um, how to relate to our students, how to meet their needs. And there may be some things that we may not know. I
Mhm.
have one of my most senior instructors. She's a like a 40-year veteran stylist,
Mhm.
past salon owner, but she's not tech savvy. So, I will pair her with one of the students or one of my
Mhm.
younger,
Yeah.
more tech
That's
savvy
good.
instructors,
I
and
like
like
that
we are
idea.
supporting each
Yeah.
other like that. So we're all learning together. We all have
Mhm.
something great to add to the environment. And so that's what we typically ask our students, like,
Mhm.
we're gonna give you what we have.
Mhm.
We want you to give us something back. Add to
Mm.
our learning environment.
Wow,
So
that's
instead
good.
of it just being like a take, 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 take,
Mhm.
take, it's a give and take. And so we're very clear about that too.
Well, it sounds like you've set your business model up to really be able to support the needs of what you feel is best for your students, which
Mhm.
inevitably I feel is probably going to help them when they get out into that work environment.
Right, right, right.
Yeah.
Um, as far as the how the classes flow, we have it set up to where, so I'm just gonna say we are not your mom's beauty school, okay? We are not your grandma's beauty school. We are definitely,
Uh-huh.
in the 21st century. We are caught up to the 2025
Okay,
standard.
give me a quick example for somebody to be like, "What? What are
Yeah,
you talking
so
about?" Because
so
I remember going to some of those beauty schools and getting my hair trimmed, right?
yes.
Okay,
And
yeah,
so some of those, like the staples are still there. When
okay.
I say we are not like your mom and your grandma's beauty school, like we don't have a time clock in beauty culture.
Mhm.
We don't have a time clock. We are a module-based school. So we are able to basically customize and curate each student's courses to
Oh,
fit
wow.
them, right?
Okay.
So it's not your typical beauty
Where
academy.
everybody's
Also,
going
too,
through the same thing, same pace, same time schedule.
so
Okay.
yeah, so we do have like structured learning,
Mhm.
but if I have a student A that's excelling in her theory and is ready to move on, I'm not going to hold student A back because student B needs a little bit
Wow,
more
that's
time,
good.
right? Also, student A may want to not only learn skincare, she may also want
Mhm.
to learn nail care, maybe lash extensions, where
Mhm.
student B may be only interested in skincare, maybe lashes. So we do have different programs that students can complete, and they can
And that's
also
bringing the beauty school into the 21st century where you can
you can
select those
kind of
modules for
customize.
what you desire.
Well, we can customize and curate their
Mhm.
trainings to fit them. So
That's
we have
good.
add-ons, so
Mhm.
they can have add-on certifications. Again, we don't have a time clock, so we're not
Mhm.
our students are not racing against the time clock. We used to be a
Mhm.
time clock school.
Mhm.
I got rid of that about maybe a year ago,
Mhm.
and it's been working for us because what I noticed was students were more concerned about let me let me clock in
Mm. Okay.
and let me ride the clock, and then all I need is my hours. But do you know what you need to know? Have you gotten the experience
Well,
that
that
you need to
explains a
get?
lot now when you go in someplace and people don't have the ability to do what they say they can do when it
Mhm.
comes to those types of services.
So what we do, we waste no time with
Mhm.
getting them the hands-on training.
Mhm.
We are not focused on them bringing in clients per se, but students do have to bring in clients. So the way that we've laid out our modules
Mhm.
is um, each module has certain basically theory chapters, and
Mhm.
the practical skills that they have for that module relates to what they learned for theory. And so they are tasked with the responsibility
Mhm.
of doing hands-on training and bringing clients in, but we're not focused only on the
Okay.
client.
Wow.
So a lot of their first hands-on skills are, mannequin based or working with a
Mhm.
classmate, but we waste no time with like throwing them in there. Like we
Mhm.
have a saying, we're gonna push you in the pool. You're going to, and are you gonna sink or swim?
That's
Right,
good.
and so and it sometimes it is scary and frightening to
Oh,
them,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
we also reassure them that you're not gonna drown, but you are gonna have to do some of the work. So you are gonna have to hold your breath. You are gonna have to kick your legs. You are gonna have to move your arms to get from one side of the pool to the other. Your instructors, we are your lifeguards. We will be your floaties, but you also have to
Wow.
do the work.
That's really good because 'cause you're holding them accountable
Yes,
to what you know they're capable of
yes,
doing, and we want them to be proficient at what they do.
yes.
And coming out of your academy, you want the best that's out in the marketplace, whether they choose to work for someone or whether they choose to pursue their own path. So, when you were considering the opening of the academy, I'm sure you hit some obstacles. Were there things that happened along the way that made you want to quit and give up before you got to where you are today? Because today sounds real good, but along the way.
Y'all, every other day, I'm like, Lord, why I do it? And I ask myself, so, and I say that jokingly, like
Mhm,
I would never change my life. I would never change the journey.
mhm.
Um, so and it's a beautiful one, but I have days I cry at night sometimes.
'Cause
Yeah,
I know opening a school, I'm a former daycare owner.
yeah,
I've owned a restaurant before, and sometimes you hit those walls with opening a heavily state regulated
yes.
things. I
And,
mean,
and we,
everything's got regulations to it,
yes.
but sometimes those industries tend to be a lot more regulated, and it's hard.
It is. So the journey, what it looked like for me. So I taught and ran programs for local school districts before I opened my school.
Okay.
That's what helped
Oh,
me build that confidence. So at the last, one of the last largest districts I worked for,
mhm.
they had me and my coworker at the time, it was two of us instructors. We were responsible for about 100 students each year, right?
Wow.
So they had us to write their curriculum
Mhm.
because I don't know if you guys, you probably don't know this, but historically in Texas, like it's been a thing to be able to get your license while you were in high school. I was a high school kid, so that's why I kind of had a
Okay.
head start on it. I still went to college. I have a unmatched number of degrees. No, I have like 3 degrees, but um,
That's
uh,
why she's so smart, y'all.
but at the last largest district,
Mhm,
I realized that they didn't have a what we call a curriculum planning guide.
mhm,
That wasn't a big thing for cosmetology in any of the
mhm.
high schools that offered it. And so this particular district, they were looking to make sure that if we left, someone that came in
Right.
after us had a laid out plan that had
Mhm,
all the resources. I mean, we had to plan it out week by week, month by one month, put all the resources in. And I realized that at the end of, they even gave us like coverage for substitute teachers.
mhm,
And it took us like maybe 2 months or about 2 months to write it. And at the end of it,
mhm.
it wasn't like a thank you. It wasn't like a an author credit. And not that we do these things for accolades,
Right.
not saying that, but I think that it's just the nice thing to do, like
Mhm,
show your appreciation. And
mhm,
I wasn't feeling appreciated. So I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna do it for y'all and you're gonna take this and it's gonna be your property,
mhm.
why not do it for myself? So
Wow.
I remember when I first got my
Yeah.
instructor's license, you guys, I went to Velma Bees, okay? So
Mhm,
when I don't know if y'all know, but research Velma Bees, okay? It was one of the historic beauty academies
mhm,
in Dallas. It was in the Oak Cliff area in South Oak Cliff. At the time I was teaching also middle school in South Oak Cliff. And so I realized I liked teaching, but I didn't
mhm.
want to continue to teach the core subjects because kids don't want to learn math and science and reading and some of them do, but for the most
Well,
part,
yeah.
like, they either love math or they hate math. They love writing
Yeah.
or they hate it. So I was like, well, if I'm gonna do this, I want to teach something. I want to teach a class that kids like coming to. So I was like, let
Oh,
me
that's
get into
good.
an
That's a good
elective.
perspective. Yeah.
So I realized I needed to get my instructor's license. And so
Mhm,
when I went to enroll, I realized that in her office, when I went into this, and she's now passed, but
mhm.
in her office, I every space of her walls, they were covered with news articles, plaques, certificates, just all these accolades. And I was like, gosh, I would love to be that. I could see myself doing that. I wasn't sure how it was going to happen. So after I got my instructor's license, I was like, I'm going to start a beauty school. I didn't know what it was going to look like. I didn't know how I was going to do it. I didn't know where the money was going to come from. Didn't
Yeah.
know any of that. So again, I think that for me, it
Mhm.
happened because I kept speaking it. I believed that it would
Yeah.
happen, and I was just doing the work. I
Yeah.
wasn't sure when things were gonna, come together,
Mhm.
but just one thing just led to another,
Yeah.
and led to another.
You know, you said something that was so powerful, and I think a lot of times we forget about our historical um, companies or businesses that existed, or those that always say we stand on the shoulders of greatness, right?
Mhm.
And so many of their legacies have died. They did
Yeah.
not continue on, and so to hear that visually that that was a stimulant to you saying, "I can do this too, that I
Yeah.
can make a difference in my community, that I can be a change agent and
Mhm.
be one who creates
I like the word
opportunity."
change agent. I use
Yeah,
that a lot.
yeah,
That's really what it
that's really
is. You're
important.
enacting and
Mhm.
creating change
Yeah,
for yourself and others.
absolutely. Selflessly, you're giving and helping others to rise.
Yeah.
And you're right, not all kids are gonna go down that academic path.
Yeah.
Some need to have that opportunity to, um, generate a skill set that probably they've been doing anyway in some
Yeah.
capacity, like you when you said
Yeah.
you were 6 or 7 and you're
Mhm.
running around and I can barely work a curling iron, right?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
to be honest, me and my friend was having this
Mhm,
conversation. I had a Victory Social and Beauty Culture
mhm,
last Friday. And so I missed the conversation, but my best friend showed up and she was recapping the conversation she had with people. And so she was like one of the ladies, I think she's a
mhm,
Goldman Sachs cohort right now.
mhm,
She has a hair salon. I have to think about her name, but
mhm,
anyway, she was mentioning how she started when she was younger. So my best friend was able to take away the fact that she was like, you know what? I'm noticing that most people that are working in the beauty industry,
mhm.
they've been doing it since they were little,
Yeah, yeah,
and not knowing where you were going to land is just it's just something that
yeah,
we do or continue to do, and a skill that we continue to grow. And not to say that everyone has a start there, but like if you have a young lady or young man who's into beauty, has a natural gift for hairstyling, a
mhm.
natural gift for nails or makeup, like encourage that because it is $1 billion industry.
Hey, you
And
heard that, right?
it's $1 billion and it's
And it's
projected to
growing,
grow.
and it's growing. Yeah.
It's growing each year. So,
Well, the fact that you can offer and customize, I wanna
mhm,
come back to that,
we
that you can
can
customize
customize.
those models in that track
Yeah.
is so, it's cutting edge.
Yeah.
Like you said, you're bringing the beauty school into the 21st century,
Hmm.
and so that those advancements or that innovativeness is so vitally important.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself now that you've gone through Goldman Sachs,
Hmm.
and had that opportunity to really assess your business and to really evaluate what you need to do? Where do you see yourself going next?
With beauty culture, I feel like our next steps are um, creating online courses, which we have some, but I want to innovate those even more. I want to expand those globally, not just domestically here in the US. It looks like expansion
Mhm.
of our schools with real estate,
Mhm.
opening more locations in areas of
Oh,
need.
wait a minute,
Um,
y'all hear that? So she
it,
kinda slid that in there. It's like real estate expanding. I love
Yes,
that. Yeah.
it looks like creating jobs for people. So
Mhm,
another interesting fact about
mhm,
us is we also create jobs within beauty culture. One thing about us is I don't hire from outside. I don't hire from outside. So everyone that works at beauty that's
mhm.
employed at beauty culture, they are our past students, right? And it's not to say that I intentionally watch students, but I get the opportunity to observe. I get the opportunity to assess, and I have students that are now instructors there
Mhm.
with us that have made their money back from their tuition and continuing to just
Yeah.
make more revenue, right? So,
Wow,
we're creating,
that's
job
impressive,
opportunities in
Ashley.
two
That
different
really is.
ways. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you were gonna just share with that one person that is probably sitting at their desk right now, fumbling with, beauty products, or if that those parents had that one child they're trying to maybe send to college, but they don't wanna do anything but sit in their room and do hair,
Yeah.
or what would you share?
I would say that it is okay. It is okay if you have aspirations for your child to go to college, but they don't want to,
Mhm.
or maybe it's just not the time. Because what you don't want to do is have yourself or your child go into massive student loan debt, and it's not what they want to do,
Come on.
and it's
Yeah.
not something that's going to pay them.
Mhm.
I would encourage anyone who is young adult, or even in high school, if
Mhm.
you are interested in the beauty industry, or you have a passion for it, like continue to chase that passion. Um, just because you start in one avenue doesn't mean that you have to stay there
Mhm.
forever. You can always switch lanes. There's opportunity for growth
Yeah.
in different areas. And so, if you are a parent who has a child that's interested
Mhm.
in the beauty industry, I want you to know that again, it is a billion-dollar industry. So I love education in general.
Mhm.
I'm not here to shun college. If college is their thing, baby, go to college. But guess what? You can also go to college with a trade license. That's what I did. So
Mhm.
when I was in college, I didn't have to work regular jobs. I was able to use my skill and my
I
license
love that. Yeah.
to, sustain myself.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean, I think that
And there's nothing wrong with being
it's
multi-skilled.
yes, and it's nothing
Educated.
wrong with
Yeah.
having a trade license. I feel
Mhm.
like sometimes people in the women, I'm gonna say women in the
Mhm.
beauty industry, I feel like sometimes they are looked at or we are looked at as
Mhm.
the flunkies or,
Mm.
oh, you're not smart enough to get into college, so just go do hair. And that's the wrong thing to think. That's the wrong perspective to take. There are amazing things and a lot of
Mhm.
opportunities in this industry from
Yeah.
being behind the chair to being a salon owner,
Mhm.
to networking with or partnering with corporations.
Yeah.
It's all different types of things. And
Mhm.
so I don't know if y'all know this. A lot of people own salons
Mhm.
and they don't have a license. You never, in my opinion, I would never want to own a business
Mhm.
that I've known nothing about, right? So
Mhm.
there's a lot to be said
Mhm.
and a lot to be done in the industry, and there's a lot of opportunity. And you just because beauty is your thing doesn't make you less than. It doesn't mean that you're not smart. It
Mhm.
means that you're going after what you're passionate about, and you have the opportunity to be that six-figure income earner. You have the opportunity to be that millionaire, that
Mhm.
billionaire. You have the opportunity
Yeah.
to change people's lives, to help them feel good about themselves. That's my
Mhm.
take. Like I want people to feel good about themselves. When you look good, you feel good,
Yeah.
no matter what industry you're in. And so, yes, there beauty has taken me places
Mm.
that I would not have imagined. I've been in rooms with millionaires and billionaires just by being in the beauty industry, right? So it's really about relationships, right?
Mhm. It really is.
And yeah, just because you work in the beauty industry
Mhm.
or you know someone that wants to aspire to be that, they can be successful and will be successful. I think in any industry, it's just
Mhm.
about your work ethic
Yeah.
and you pushing forward.
Well, let me tell you something. Anybody that works with chemicals and sharp items, look, you much respect, okay? It takes training and the know-how
It does.
of operating almost like a skilled surgeon,
Hmm.
and so to bring the creative force to someone is such an incredible thing, I think. So yeah,
It's a fun
yeah,
occupation. Like you
yeah,
get to be friends with. I don't know if I should say this. Like you get to be friends with your clients, and not
yeah,
saying that you
yeah.
you do want to not
Mhm,
blur the lines,
mhm,
but we working in the beauty industry, we get the opportunity to learn our clients on a whole different level. Sometimes you may have that mom of three that
mhm.
her
Yeah,
only time to herself is when she
it's when
comes
she
in to
comes
get
to
that
see you. Yeah,
appointment, right?
yeah.
So
Well,
yeah,
you are definitely setting a culture within the beauty industry,
thank you.
and it's exciting to hear where you are, where you're desiring to go. And I don't think we've seen the half of what she's going to do.
Because we're coming, we have more.
She's got
Keep
more that's
watching.
coming. Yeah. And so the thing of it is that, having started at such a young age, coming up in the industry, but still going to school and then coming back and recognizing that, hey, I've got a gift. I'm an educator.
I didn't even know I was gonna be doing this. I didn't know. I didn't know.
What did you wanna do? What
Oh,
did you wanna do?
girl.
Real
So
quick, what
first
did you
of
wanna
all,
do?
my mom wanted me to be an attorney. Baby, I don't even like to argue. I don't
Okay.
like to argue. So, it was that. Then I was like, I want to be a psychologist, uh,
Yeah.
class slash therapist.
Mhm,
But I mean, I'm not a licensed therapist or anything like that. But
mhm.
I will say that again, people sitting in my
Well, you
chair.
work on people's heads, and so you get an opportunity to hear their deepest inner
Yeah, and
thoughts,
just
yeah.
give them like an outlet. So not only you're gonna wake up or not wake up, but get out of the chair
Some 'em will
beautiful.
wake up because that's the
Yeah,
only
I'm trying
downtime
to
they've
go to
had,
sleep.
right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But they just leave out, feeling a little bit lighter, feeling more beautiful,
Mhm.
feeling more self-confident,
Mm.
more confident, and, just happy about their appearance. Again, when you look good, you feel good.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, well, you're right on. I'm excited about what it is that you are doing and the fact that you are using what you thought you would be still yet in what you're doing
Yeah,
is a beautiful thing. We always come full
it
circle
is.
and we always come back to the very thing. I wanted to be a psychiatrist only to end up being a pastor, only to end up running nonprofits.
Mhm.
And the business side of me started as a kid, and my parents didn't know how to nurture it. They did the best that they could, but I think at 6 when I was selling those snow cone pops out of the Dixie cup
Yeah.
and I was making Kool-Aid pickles, that somebody could have recognized that I had a gift.
No, that's it, and I can definitely relate to that
Yeah,
because outside of that, like,
yeah.
I was
Mm,
the cousin that would give my other cousins, "Hey, y'all, we're gonna make these lanyards. We're gonna go," the little keychains,
yeah,
selling them for $2 to $5 or whatever,
there you go.
and then that's where that
Yeah,
entrepreneurial side,
yeah.
um, started within me, and then,
Mhm.
I just
And I
put
think that's a
those together.
message, again, to parents, if you have that child that just,
Nurture.
nurture the gifting that you see on the inside of them. Now, how would they reach out to you for beauty culture?
Yes, so our website is www.beautyculture.com, culture spelled with a K. You can also find us on Instagram, beauty_culture with a K. Our business phone number is 469-607-9989, and those are pretty much the standard ways. You can also reach us out by email, info@beautyculture.com. So you can find us. We're everywhere. I feel like a quick Google search will definitely take you to us, and we're located in DeSoto. And yeah, that's
And that's in the Dallas-Fort Worth area,
Dallas-Fort
and so and I'm sure if you're from out of town, they'll help you to find accommodation so that
Yes,
you can be a part of the Beauty Culture
yes.
Academy that's going on right here in North Texas.
Online, in
Mhm.
person,
Oh, there you go.
hybrid
See, she's got
classes.
it figured
We
out.
have all the things you
Global.
want.
Let's go global.
I'm telling you, that's next. That is our
Wow.
opportunity to
Well,
grow.
that's exciting to
Yes.
hear. Well, Ashley, you are a breath of fresh air. I
Thank
love what you're
you.
doing
Thank
with
you.
this educational space that historically, for many cultures, was really the way for them to be able to provide for their families. And the
Yeah.
fact that you're doing it in a new, exciting way, don't miss out on this. But I commend you.
Thank
With
you.
that, I would say that you are definitely proven, so we thank you for being here with us today. So here we are again with another great business owner that has creatively made something uniquely hers. So for you, you might be sitting there going, well, you know what? I don't know about, how I feel about what I'm, passionate about doing. Maybe I should follow this path. I just want to encourage you, just like we heard Ashley say, follow your path to what you feel you should do and you can make money too. So, guess what? You got work to do. Research, identify, pray about it, and then recognize that whether you started or if you're in it, the goal is for you to be proven too, and you can surely do it. We're not here to inspire, but to show you that it's possible. So, thanks for tuning in. And the next time, I want to know that you've decided that you're ready to be proven, just like Ashley over here. She's got it going on. Beauty Culture Academy, thank you so much. God bless you. We'll see you next time.